Welcome back to another episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. We have a very special guest tonight, musician, welcome musician, Omniboi. Dude, that was sick. Dude, that gave me goosebumps when you started playing.
Thank you.
Dude, I've been wanting you forever.
This is cool. I'm glad to be here. This is so dope.
And you know how I discovered you? My girlfriend kept talking about you.
Oh.
And I went to one of your shows and I was mesmerized, as you could probably, that's probably the right word, right, babe? I was really fanning out on you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I posted on your performance. I posted like 5.
I love that. I always people think that I don't care about that, but like when I get off the stage and you have like Instagram notifications and it's just people tagging you on their story, like that makes me feel so good.
Yeah,
because it's like I don't see that.
And
I don't see that.
And then I've watched. I love watching your Insta videos on your Instagram.
Thank you.
And I'm just gonna throw this out there. This is one of my favorite bands or rap groups of all time. And when I hear your stuff, what you did there, I would love to see maybe a Tribe Called Quest collaboration with
dope.
Omniboi. So Q-Tip, if you're watching this, or Ali Shaheed Mohammed,
just put
if you're
out there.
This kid is talented, to say
you.
the least. Thanks for coming. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I guess we do.
Yeah. We have a Gilbert, Arizona connection.
I actually, so somebody told me that.
Yeah.
Somebody. And I forgot until you just mentioned it. Because
I think I did at the show, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was scared to meet you.
That's a horrible thing to have a connection to.
What, Gilbert?
Yeah. That's like nuts.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just letting you... Are your folks out there?
Yeah, they're still there. My parents are still...
Yeah, my folks are there too.
Wow.
So we got that.
Okay. I mean, they seem to be doing all right. I mean, there's... I feel like there's like an age bracket for Gilbert.
Yeah.
And it is... It's that.
I'm just going to throw this out there. What are the top 3 things to do in Gilbert, Arizona? Go ahead.
Oh, my God.
As a teenager.
That are specific to Gilbert? That like I couldn't do in LA?
Gilbert, yeah.
Jesus.
I got my 3, but I want you to answer.
Gilbert, Arizona has... I mean, Filibertos. There's a few Filibertos out there. That's a thing. I mean, that's a thing, and I like. That's a thing.
Shout out to Filibertos.
Yeah, it's like a late night, like Mexican food joint. It's pretty dope. I feel like that's kind of where I always ended up late at night in Gilbert. Okay, I got 2 more.
You got 2 more. So Filibertos is one. Thanks for throwing that out there. That wasn't on my list, but keep
Philly
going.
plug. I want to see. Okay, I'm gonna try to make sure that none of mine, without knowing yours, I'm gonna try to like not have overlap so that we can get 6 things. I
like that. I'm already set on my 3.
So Filibertos.
There could be other places too that you would
Gilbert.
Go to.
Oh my.
Maybe shop.
God, this is it's such a horrible existence. Oh, you know what? There's probably somebody from Gilbert that's gonna like watch and listen to this. Yeah. They're gonna be, I mean, either vindicated or offended. Okay, Chandler. No. Chandler's a completely different place.
But you can throw Chandler. Yeah, go ahead.
Like adjacent.
I'll give you that. I'll give you one.
The Chandler Mall was like kind of cool. I guess.
Oh, what's that one called?
I think it's just called
Fiesta. It's Fiesta Mall.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Fiesta Mall.
Fiesta Mall's like, Fiesta.
I'm sorry for bringing back these
Here's the thing
memories.
that sucks. It's Arizona, and so it's so hot and it's so boring that malls are really important still.
Yeah.
But if
well, you know what? I'm just gonna cut you off right there because I'm just gonna say my 3.
Good.
I thought you didn't mention Santan Village.
Okay, Santan Village is cool.
Yeah.
Santan Village is cool.
Because at least they have the movie theater. They have the movie. It's a mall. It's an outside
It's a mall.
They have vans. There's a movie theater. And then for the skateboarders out there, there's the Freestone Park.
That's
that's
true.
in Gilbert.
That's the only skate park I know of at all in
Arizona. No,
so.
There's one in Tempe, but that one's good too. It's a good local park. And I would so Santan, the skate park, and I guess at Target.
Wow. Okay, but you can do that here.
I know.
Okay.
But the Target there is close to where my folks are.
Okay.
They've been out there almost how long now?
Wait, what Target?
Val Vista, off Val Vista. It's near Warner and Val Vista.
Oh, I know that Target.
Huh?
Yeah. I mean,
what would you ever move back
to Gilbert?
To Gilbert?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think that I would buy a house in Gilbert.
Yeah.
Because it's like cheaper.
Yeah.
And then just like hoping that one day like Gilbert really pops.
Yeah.
Like Gilbert like Google or some big like tech giant just like Gilbert, that's where it's at. We got to migrate. And then I can like capitalize on my investment. But really there's nothing for me there.
It's good for our folks though.
Oh yeah,
my mom and dad like it. Omni.
It's nice and quiet.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Everything's a varying shade of beige or tan.
You're right.
There's like no other colors that exist in Gilbert. Everything looks like it's not without its weird charm. I think that if I was born and raised in LA and then I went to Gilbert for the first time, I'd be like, this is nice. This is like...
It's a good little getaway.
Yeah.
So you were born and raised there?
I was born in Phoenix and then I was like raised all around Arizona. So like I lived in Mesa, I lived in Chandler,
I lived
Tucson.
Near there. Yeah. I went to Arizona State, but that's why I know Arizona very well.
Okay,
like
cool.
I was on the 7-year plan in college. I was just
Then you saw Tempe like kind of turn cool because like...
No, that actually happened after I left. Because if I were to go back now, I would notice all these new buildings.
Yeah, it's pretty
around
cool
University and rural.
Yeah,
and I lived off Apache Boulevard.
Oh,
off Apache there in Tempe. I know Tempe very well.
This is like pre-light rail.
Yeah, this is pre. I was there.
The dark days.
Yeah, I was there when they just built the artificial lake near Van Buren.
Oh my
God. You know where Mill Avenue is?
Yeah.
I used to spend hours just on Mill Avenue. There used to be a coffee shop called Coffee Plantation, and I used to hang out there.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, there's an Urban Outfitters. I don't know if it's still there.
Oh, I hope. I mean, it's
6th
urban.
and Mill, on 6th and Mill.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
because like as a young person, I remember going to Mill Avenue, and it just feeling like, wow. Like everybody's here. The shops, there's coffee shops, there's college kids. But it was really only like, I don't know, 1/8 of a mile.
It wasn't even that.
It was
like this literally like 2 streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you walk up it and you're like, that was great. Then you walk down it a little bit and you're like, wow, man, everybody's so beautiful. Everybody's having a good time.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah,
This is in the 90s.
Weird.
I thought that was it. I'm just Mill Avenue. And I ended up getting some job, and I want to get to this thing too before you started your music, but I had some jobs off Mill Avenue that I regret doing.
Oh.
I actually worked at that P.F. Chang's.
No way.
Yeah, I was a busser bar back, and let me tell you, it was one of the worst jobs. It was hell.
Wow, this is actually really cool.
Yeah.
When you said Gilbert, I got like really upset because it's like a repressed memory.
Tempe's different now? Well, because we're talking Tempe
now we're talking Tempe. Just Arizona in general. Like, I mean, I've gone on a lot of dates at that place.
Where
that B.F. Chang's on the corner.
On the corner.
On the corner. That corner, and then there was like a Chili's that used to be across from it.
There's a Chili's diagonally.
Yeah, exactly.
From
like,
it, off University.
That Chili's isn't there anymore. Maybe the building is.
That was like...
Yeah.
If I could afford going there, because I was a broke college kid.
Oh yeah.
That was literally like my goal. Like
Chili's.
If I could take someone to Chili's,
just hang at Chili's.
It would make myself look
just
good.
Walk underneath that big holy red chili pepper.
Yeah. You have some jobs from like.
Oh, in Arizona.
Yeah. And
my first job was working at Fry's.
Fry's grocery store?
Yeah, Fry's grocery store.
Oh, dude, I love Fry's.
Yeah, Fry's was cool.
Shout out to Fry's, not electronics.
Yeah,
it might
exactly.
be thinking,
no, exactly. I came out here and I would tell people that, and they were like, "Dope job," and I'm like, "No.
I work.
It's a grocery store there."
Yeah, so in Arizona, there's these chain of grocery stores called Fry's grocery stores.
Yeah.
There's one in Gilbert that I always go to, and I brought Lealani there too.
Oh.
It's open a little later.
It is open late.
So it's equivalent to like your typical Ralph's or Vaughn's out here, right, Omni?
Exactly. It's exactly like a Ralph's.
Mm-hmm.
And so
you worked there?
Yeah, that was my first job. I actually started working there like illegally.
What do you mean by that?
I wasn't old enough. Like they hired at 16. I applied at 15. And you know how you have to like, I said I was 16.
Yeah.
And you have to like supply your birth certificate.
Okay.
They kind of just let me go throughout the hiring process long enough that I was just working there. And then on my 16th birthday, I presented it to them. And they were just like, well,
yeah.
They were upset, but I mean, I was trying to get that money.
That's one of my go-to places too. I forgot to say Fry's. Thanks for bringing up Fry's.
Oh, freaking
But whenever
Fry's.
I go back to visit my folks, I'm at Fry's almost every night.
And it feels weird.
It does.
Because it doesn't feel like it's changed.
No.
Like
No, I usually just
Man,
are you getting flashbacks?
Yeah,
of that?
but that was my first thing. I was one of the
man.
kids with the yellow vest, like collecting carts.
Can I throw another job? You said fries. Can I throw one out there that maybe only Arizonians will get?
Yes.
I worked at Circle K.
Oh wow, that's another thing.
Yeah,
okay, there's
K.
Circle K is
Circle
big.
K is equivalent to 7-Elevens out here.
Yeah, and they're pretty plentiful in Arizona. They're all over the place.
Yeah, I worked at the one. Do you know where Lemon and Terrace is? It's near rural.
Oh yeah,
in Tempe, and I worked the graveyard shift there too.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was hell on wheels. Because I would go there, I would be working, and people would literally just. Maybe they knew I was like a weak employee. They would literally do beer runs and just look at me.
I bet they would. That's like a thing there, though. That's like a thing
run
there.
Out with beer, and I'd be like,
because there's nothing else to get into that like late at night. Oh man.
You don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to see a little excitement, dude.
I lived off their hot dog. Yeah, and I was so broke back then. I'd live off their hot dogs and their Red Baron's frozen little pizzas.
Which aren't bad. Their hot dogs aren't bad.
Yeah, you know which ones I'm talking
Circle
about.
K was king. I mean, Kwik Trip came in and kind of like wrecked house.
See,
but
that
before,
was after
before Kwik Trip came,
this is before.
Circle K was still relevant and
I like
powered.
this. Yeah. Do you got another one to throw out there?
Another job after Fry's.
After Fry's.
I had a string of basically the same jobs. So after I left Fry's, I worked at Walgreens doing the same thing. I was just a cashier. And that was...
Wait, in Gilbert? Or?
Actually in Apache Junction.
Oh, cool.
I had to go all the way out there for work every day. And it was garbage, but I mean, it was a job. And I was getting paid more compared to like collecting carts.
Yeah.
And so, that was... And I guess you can get that job anywhere. Just a simple pharmacy job.
Wow, yeah.
So cool.
So you were in the pharmacy section?
No. It was just like Walgreens pharmacy.
Oh,
it
that's
was like,
cool, though.
I wish I was... That's where the real money's at.
Yeah.
But no, I was just up front. And then I got transferred into photo, which was like cool for a few months. And then,
God, what else? I got to throw another one out there. So you said that. Oh, I worked at the Tempe Improv. Comedy.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty cool.
Well, I got fired.
Oh.
Yeah, I got fired. You know how I got fired? It was a busy show. I forgot what comedian was there. I was what you would call a food runner. So my job was in between the shows. I would have to like bring out the super nachos or their appetizers, but it'd be dark, so I would have to memorize. Each table had a number place, and I brought super nachos to this table, and I didn't hear like no green onions or whatever. They didn't want green onions, but I didn't put that in the computer.
Okay.
And so the lady that brought it out I didn't know this, but was actually dating my manager, I think Nick.
Oh, so she's like royalty.
I didn't know that. And so I said, because I'm the one that brought it out, I go, hey, next time when you put an order in, can you make sure to put no green onions, because that lady didn't want green onions in her nachos. And she looked at me with like supreme confidence, like, oh, really? And I was like, uh-oh. And so I found out, I don't know through who, but she was dating the manager, and then he told me to clear out my locker. You're done.
Wow.
You're fired.
So that's how they do it at the Improv.
Yeah, we're at the Tempe, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have very good memories there.
That's pretty heartless. I don't have any good memories at Tempe Improv either.
Yeah, but you know where it is. You know which one.
Yeah, I know where it is. It's like right in there. It's next to the
there used to be
Wild Wings,
and there used to be a movie theater back in my day there.
Oh my goodness, I know the building.
Yeah, but there used to be a movie theater in that little area.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's actually because it's really tiny.
Yeah. Let's do maybe one or two more. I like this. Is fun for me.
Then after that, my jobs got really weird. After this customer service thing, I started getting into caregiving and like.
Whoa. Wait, caretaking? Like a caretaker?
Yeah. Just like taking care of old people.
You did that?
I did that.
Like, what kind of certificate do you need to do that?
It's actually like super easy. It like takes like 6 months.
And you did that?
Yeah, I did that. And then just because like the pay was better and I was working in Scottsdale at that time.
Oh,
which like as you know is exactly. It's like an upper echelon.
Explain what Scottsdale is to people who don't know. That's like more rich. There's more
Scottsdale.
There's more wealth there. Yeah?
If Arizona is where old retirees go to relax, Scottsdale is where old retirees go to flex. It's like like spending money on kind of like frivolous stuff. There's a lot of brunch places.
Yeah.
It's like everything's expensive, but nothing has any like substance. It's a lot of fashion centers, like tanning salons, and things like that.
It's
and
where
it's
the
very
rich,
pretty.
Well, let's just say it's where the rich white people live.
Exactly. Everybody there is really rich.
George.
They getting like of
course, George.
It's not a great place. It's not a great place to hang out.
Hold it back.
No.
It's where the rich white people are. George.
And it's like to walk up there and to like hang out there. There's an immediate feel of like, oh wow, okay, so there's a lifestyle change. I felt like I had to maybe like dress a little bit nicer to go to Scottsdale, which saying this now in hindsight is like hilarious. But at the time I was like, oh, Scottsdale Fashion Center, like they have an H&M. They were the first to get an H&M.
I remember that mall.
Yeah.
That's you take rural all the way down.
Yep. And then it turns into this giant
and then there's
mall.
this big mall down there.
Huge mall. And it's like I remember when Arizona didn't have H&M, and that was gonna be like the first one, and everybody was like, and I, like me being from Arizona, I was like, what is an H&M? What are you guys talking about? It's just like Scottsdale got everything first.
Yeah,
like,
they did.
Anyways, I started working up there, taking care of old people, and
how was that though? I mean, do you have to clean up their
yes,
their poo?
It was horrible. I mean, at first it was like cool, getting my money, getting out.
Yeah,
but then after a while, I would say because at this time,
the smells too.
Not
right?
even just the smells, like. At this age and at this time in my life, I had left college.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends were in college, so they were around people their own age.
Wait, in Arizona, college?
Yeah.
Like where, like US, like ASU.
And so we were all working and hanging out, but it's like during their day, they're in school with people that are like-minded and same age. During my day, I'm spending like 7 to 9 hours a day with old people. And so it was just like, it does something to you mentally, I think. Like being
around the old people?
Yeah.
Because you're like forced to look at mortality.
Exactly.
Right?
And you're still like kind of like maturing in your own way. So it kind of makes you weird and bitter and apathetic. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
It didn't do anything good for me, that's for sure.
What are do you remember like specific stories where like you had realizations like that?
I think like death, because like
could that happen when you're
working?
because
especially like if you're in one of the rest homes, it's like people are dying all the time, and so maybe the first few times you're just like, oh, that's sad. Then after a while, like you kind of just turn into this like, that's what.
So you get desensitized?
Yeah, a little bit. Like it sounds like you get cold, but it's more like people show up. And God, this is dark, but it's like, they're not showing up to like get better and then go on and like finish their degree or something. They're kind of showing up to like run out the last lap of their life. Jeez. So you're not really like, I don't know. You're like trying to help people with the last lap of their life while trying to figure out what you're doing with your own. And it was just like a really weird like.
So what was your job description? You had to like. Did you have to feed them or?
Yeah, I had to feed them. I had to
Meds?
accompany them. Sometimes it was really easy because like they just need somebody with them at all times. So it's like if I'm with them and they have like a doctor appointment or something like that, sometimes I would just have to show up, be with them, and get on the like DMTS thing with them, the transport, go to the hospital, be at the hospital with them, and then come back. And after that, sometimes I would take like 4 or 5 hours, but I haven't actually like done anything. So I would bring books a lot of the time. And
during your shift?
Yeah, I like read through Les Mis. I read through like Count of Monte Cristo, like all these like 1,400 and up page books. Yeah. And it was cool. But
were you doing music the whole like?
Yeah, I was also still doing music at the time.
So you were doing music back then,
which was still really weird because it's like when I'm playing shows, I'm going into these like nightclubs full of like people my age that are like having the time of their life, but I didn't feel connected to them because I'm like with old people all the time, and so I'd like kind of turn into this weird like I don't know. But
that's cool. Thanks for sharing this, man.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Scottsdale. That's what's funny about Scottsdale though, because there's a lot of nightclubs in Scottsdale, right?
And there's a lot of
there's
strip. There's strip clubs there too.
Of course, there's like this debauchery.
I don't know why I throw him under the bus.
But it's like there's this crazy nightlife in Scottsdale. It's like girls in their maxi dresses or whatever, and all that happening. And then it's like right on the other side of rural. It's nothing but like assisted living homes, hospitals.
So
like
weird.
It's super weird.
No,
and so it's like I'm playing right across the street.
Yeah, I just thought of something because I was there. I'm in a band too, and we were doing a show in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And one day we had a day off. We're in Phoenix, but then we went to Scottsdale. I don't know what week, but there's this one street on Scottsdale where there's like a row of clubs. But I felt like I was in like spring break.
Yeah.
It was all these drunk people, and it was like
they're going crazy. They're going crazy.
So Scottsdale, like from the outside, looks like this quiet, upper ended residential area, but there's like if you go into these
there's
one
a
or two
pocket.
Streets, they're going crazy.
Nothing but clubs. No residencies.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Because it's a whole like circle. And it's like, that's where Axis Radius was. That's where Wild Night was. That's where El Jefe was. But like right on the other side of Drinkwater Boulevard is where all of the medical stuff is. So it's like I was working there all day and I would go home and then come back at night. And it's like this completely different. Anyways.
So you're doing how long? When did you get into the music? I want to, this is a
Oh,
good,
man.
Wait.
Let's take a quick commercial break right before.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Lil Ray. Why don't you press that button to subscribe to the Steebee Weebee Show, man? I'll see y'all later.
Oh, hey, everybody. Make sure to check out Daydream. It's my new EP. It's on all streaming sites. It's on SoundCloud and Spotify, Apple Music. It's everywhere. You can even buy it on Bandcamp.
Can I say we're back? And we're back. So we're talking.
Hello.
We have Omniboi here, and we're gonna get into his music. How'd you get into the music in Arizona? Oh, you started in Arizona.
In Arizona. Okay, so really, like, I liked playing on keyboards and stuff like that. I mean, as a kid, my mom it was just like a lot of stuff what happened. And so I went to church. My mom wanted me to play in like a praise and worship band.
How old were you?
Whew. In church like this I'm like 8. Like super young. I wasn't playing anything though. She was just like, you know, this is what you got to do. Like I had like really religious parents. At the time they were like all about it. So they're like, we really want you to do this thing. I was super
The Christians.
Yeah. And they were like, we want you to play in this band. We want you to blah blah blah. I was more concerned with like, you know, video games, anything that an 8-year-old is concerned with. And so I didn't get into it then. But then like later on in life, we would go because my mom was like really big into thrift stores, as most
That's cool.
people with not a lot of money are.
Yeah.
And so we go to like Goodwill or Savers, and every Goodwill, Savers, thrift store in general has this kind of like back section where it's just stuff.
Yeah,
it's like a TV.
Game boards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like Monopoly with no pieces, a keyboard with no power supply. And so there was a keyboard back there, this Casio keyboard.
You could find some gems.
Yeah, exactly.
You found a Casio?
I found a Casio. It's still in my parents'
What
place.
kind of Casio?
Oh my goodness, I can't even remember the code like name for it. It's
Was
like
it a sampling one or?
No,
But there's
it
one
was
that
like,
I had as a kid where you could sample.
That's cool.
You could go, hey.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
But you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what
It was
you're
only
talking
like
about.
1 second of sampling time. This was in the 80s or 90s for me.
Oh wow.
This was an older model. Yeah, but keep going.
Mine was just like it had like 8 voices or whatever.
Yeah,
but
it was a Casio.
it was a Casio. So I got that and I would play on it, but like not like with any intention. It was like a video game. You know, you pick it up and you mess around until you don't want to anymore, and then I would do something else. But then
Battery operated?
yes. It had a hole for a power supply, but there wasn't one in the thrift store. So I just had to keep buying like C batteries, those big ugly ones.
Big C. Yeah. You had to put like 8 in there. Or
Yes,
something?
I had to put it in there, and then like
That's
there
so
was always
cool.
that feeling when I would wake up or something like that, or come home from school, and I would look at it and the light was on. I was just like, no, I've wasted like 8 hours of juice. Like,
Yeah.
And so, anyways,
But that's where you started from
that's
that
where I
Casio,
started,
huh?
messing around, and then it wasn't until high school when a friend of mine named Jkyc, I was over at his house hanging out, and he was just like this guy that always had things just around his place. He always had
musical things?
anything. Like,
Okay.
sometimes they were musical things. Sometimes they were like weird video games I'd never heard of. Anywho, he shows me Fruity Loops 3 that he had on his computer, and I was like, what is this? He was like, oh, you can use it to make music. And I was just like, what? He was like, you ever heard of Daft Punk? And I was like, yeah, of course. And he like makes this weird sound with his computer keyboard.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Daft Punk to like a 15-year-old kid. And so
Fruity Loops was, I don't know what it's like now, but dude, you could do some cool
you
stuff
could
on it, man.
And so I was like, I have to have this. Like, how much was this? And I'm like doing the math in my head because I was working at Fry's.
Yeah.
And I was just like, how much money is this going to cost me? And he was like, oh, don't worry about it, man. Like, I'll burn you a copy.
Oh, you
And I'm
got it
like,
pirated.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I'm like,
I did too.
Okay,
On my
cool.
old hard drive, on my old PC, I have a burnt.
I don't think anybody paid for their first copy of
not
and
my.
so I was like, I get home and I put it in, and it was just like it was like a video game to me. I was like opening it like you know, like when you've never
from
used
left
a DAW.
to right, and there's like these little.
And you're seeing all these
Explain
weird
to them
buttons.
what Fruity Loops is for the viewers who don't know, because not all of them are like
It's
literate when it comes to music programs.
It's just a program that you used to make music. At the time, being called Fruity Loops, it was called that because all it really made was loops.
Drum loops.
Yeah,
too.
it just made drum loops. So it was really popular with like people that were making rap beats. And
Yeah.
that. But for me, it was a game because like I wasn't trying to make music or anything necessarily. I didn't really.
You looked at it like a video game.
Yeah, I was just like
musical thing.
Yeah, I was like, how do I make these sounds? How do I do this?
Yeah.
Because like I didn't even know how to make it like. In Fruity Loops, there's a thing where like you make a project like any artistic program, and then you can go file, export as, just like you can in Photoshop, just like you can in anything. But I didn't have any experience with art programs, so I didn't even know how to make this thing listenable on
You
like.
just plug your headphones in and do it like that.
Yeah. So
okay,
anytime I wanted
did
to
that
hear
too.
my song, I had to open Fruity Loops. I didn't know that you can export as an MP3 and then like put it on the
I don't
internet.
think I did back then either.
Yeah, so I was just like it was this really cool pure form of just like messing around. Like I had no idea of like a career or like releasing song. What does that even mean? Release a song?
Right.
There was no SoundCloud.
Can I just add to that? Like I remember you're making me look back at my Fruity Loops, and I remember I had a machine like this, so I'd go headphone jack out into something like this.
Oh.
So I would do, like the there's the RCAs where it goes headphone jack to RCAs. It's
Yes.
something like this, the input of this.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I would. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's so cool, though.
But I did it like that. I
had
still kind of
no
do that.
idea.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, we're getting geeked out.
Yeah, this got super alienating.
Yeah, we're getting geeked
But
out
like,
here.
long story short, somebody gave me a pirated copy of Fruity Loops. I was messing around with it for a really long time, and I got better and better and better over years and years. And then it wasn't until, and I don't even like to admit this because it sucks, but DJs and EDM started getting really big, right?
What year was this?
Oh my God. When did Ghosts and stuff come out?
I don't know. Babe? 2008, she said?
That sounds about right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So Ghosts and stuff, and like, not that was the only song that mattered. There was a lot of, I was listening to a lot of electronic music at the time. I was listening to like ATB or I was listening to a lot of trance, but like ATB or Cascade and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All of these just Europeans that were making dope stuff. Of course, Daft Punk. But the thing is, I always thought that when I thought about Daft Punk or ATB, I would always imagine a man in a room with like just insane amounts of gear, like a wall full of.
This is
analog
what you
synthesizers.
envision, like when you listen to the music.
Absolutely, and you see these pictures of like so-and-so producer, and he's like sitting in this studio with this giant mixing board with like 80 knobs, and I'm just like, wow, what a time that must be. And then I would turn back to Fruity Loops 3 and start making beeps and clicks. And then it wasn't until like all of these other EDM people started coming out, and Deadmau5 and Skrillex getting big, and then like Porter Robinson, and people were like, oh yeah, Maddie, and yeah, he uses Fruity Loops. And I was just like, no, I use Fruity Loops, and I know what that sounds like. It sounds like trash. His music sounds good. And they were like,
they're using Fruity Loops.
Yeah, but they're using the same program I'm using. And
they're just using it in a different way.
Exactly.
They're using different
and that changed
sounds.
everything for me, because I was just like, wait, if my program is capable of
doing
this,
it,
then it's just me. I just suck. I can get better. It's like when you're on a skateboard and you see somebody do a kickflip and you're like, you can do that. You just need two legs. I have two legs, so maybe I should.
Wow, was that like a wake-up call? Like when you found that information out,
oh
like,
my
this
God,
guy that I look up to is using, I have the same program as him.
Exactly. Because I was making like chiptune sounding stuff with it, because I thought that was its limit.
Yeah.
And so after I figured out that, it was capable of this bigger sound, I was like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it now. Yeah. And this was still before like YouTube tutorials. And, like all this stuff.
Before that.
So you still kind of had to like just spend
do it on your own.
Yeah, hours just turning knobs and messing around. So it was a lot of, and still even at that time, I wasn't super aware of it as a career. I was just like messing around. So it was just a lot of, coming home from work, coming home from like taking care of old people or whatever.
Yeah, and then
just like.
But you would do it on the side.
Yeah.
That's what you like to do.
Oh yeah, it was so much fun.
So it was like you even said it's like it was a video game to you.
Yeah, it was just like fun.
So when did it become like? Because I've went to one of your shows. When did it become like? From just a hobby to you actually doing shows or implementing the keyboard into it. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Well, it happened gradually. Once I figured out that Fruity Loops was capable of this thing, I went out and I just kept begging for a show. I'm like really speeding through this.
This is in Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona.
Yeah.
There was this place called Barsmith in Phoenix, and I would go there all the time and just beg for a show because this was the club that was playing like kind of weirder music.
Right.
Than like your typical like Pitbull.
Yeah,
stuff
or a
that
club.
that was
like
playing
a
in like
club.
Scottsdale.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'm begging for a show for months and months. I'm going every Friday night begging. Then they finally give me a spot, and they're like, here's your set time. It's an hour, which was crazy because I'd been playing in like pop punk bands. No band is given 60 minutes worth of set time. To
do their thing.
Yeah, so when they told me I had to play for an hour.
Oh, that was your slot?
Yeah, I was just
dude.
like, I don't have an hour's worth of music. And I wasn't a DJ, which everybody else was. So I was just like, I have to go home and make an hour of music. And so I go home and I'm just like cranking out songs.
What do you have to work with? This is just for you on Fruity Loops?
This is just me on Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
And I bought off Craigslist this little Vestax like DJ controller, like super.
A mixer?
Yeah, just like a little like thing that would plug into what is it? Serato. On my laptop.
Okay.
So
Wait. So you're on Serato too at this time?
No, I downloaded Serato because I literally was like in Google, like, what do DJs use? Because I have a show in 2 weeks.
And you have a show coming up.
Yeah, and I need to like learn how to use Serato.
Well, then how did Serato cost? That's a lot of money for Serato.
So the thing is, the Vestax, which I looked up on Craigslist, which was only $1.50. Wow, $150. Because it was like there was things broken on it. It came with a copy of Serato, so I was like, "Cool, I'll be in business." Wait,
did you know that? I mean, obviously you knew that.
I knew it came with a copy of Serato.
Thank God.
So I got that. Wow. I'm teaching myself, like, it was just a race against time. I was like, I need to make an hour's worth of music, then I need to teach myself how to DJ, and then I need to,
and you have to teach yourself how to use a new programs like Serato.
And it was horrible. It was like really hard.
Explain to them what Serato. I didn't mean to cut you off again, but explain to them what Serato. A lot of them might not know.
It's like DJ software where you load a bunch of songs into it, and if you have like a controller, it allows you basically to mix and DJ MP3s. As opposed to like getting vinyls and like having to put them on each individual turntable. Right. So it's like a more updated tech version of like DJing.
Of DJing.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to actually bring physical vinyl to your gigs. It's all on your computer, right?
Yeah, you just bring like a laptop. Ooh. And so
you were nervous, right? I mean, I was super trying to put myself in your shoes. I would be nervous.
The cool thing is like, okay, so since I was working this job where I'm taking care of old people, I'm saved up all this money for this thing. I was just like, I want to go in. So I buy this thing.
Gig.
Yeah, for this gig, because I'm like, this could be my last gig. I don't know. It's my first gig. This is my first Omniboi show.
That was your thought process back then?
Yeah.
You thought this might be
I was like, if I tank it up there, because these people are going to be playing dubstep, I'm going to be playing Omniboi. So if I play an hour's worth of Omniboi.
You didn't say that it was a dubstep show. It was a dubstep show?
Because this is like, it's...
You already had the name Omniboi?
Yeah, I already had the name Omniboi. And like,
okay, so you have a lot on your plate.
Yeah, they're playing like Wolfgang Gardner, dope stuff, like really, music of the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna get up there and play this like complextro chiptune dance, whatever.
Which is different than jungle and dubstep.
Very different.
Way different.
So yeah, I make an hour's worth of music. I teach myself how to DJ. I pay a videographer to come and like video the whole thing.
Wait. So
it's on YouTube
because it's your first show.
Yeah, because it's my first show.
Oh my
I was
God.
so like, I was like, this is it. Like I have to go all in on this. I made no money. I lost so much money.
But how much did you invest into this show?
Okay, so there's 150 for the thing,
for the Serato and the Vestax mixer.
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Which was, I mean, that's okay. I also bought a laptop.
You bought a laptop
because I bought a laptop.
A Mac or
no, like
PC.
a Dell.
Adele, cool.
Yeah, but it's still, it was like $600. So I buy
to put the Serato on.
Yeah, to put the Serato because I can't bring my desktop.
Yeah,
these are all things that I didn't learn until after they gave me the show. I was just asking for a show because I just wanted to play. I didn't do any research.
Oh no!
So I buy my laptop. That's $600. I buy the controller. That's
What are your folks saying? Like, why are you spending so much money lately?
My parents were so out of the loop with EDM and stuff like that that they were just like, I guess he knows what he's doing. I don't know. Like I guess. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what is this thing, and I'm just like, Dad, it's a Vestax, Dad. I'm gonna use it to DJ, and he's like, well, back in we used to have vinyls.
Vinyl, yeah.
We don't do that anymore, Dad.
Different time.
This is EDM. You wouldn't understand. And so like I get all this stuff. I pay this videographer $400 to come and film for an hour, which honestly, looking back on it, I'm like one of the dopest investments because I always look at that YouTube video and I'm just like, wow, I thought that was going to be my last show. and it's like,
oh, so people could watch it on YouTube.
oh yeah, it's on YouTube.
Because this show's on YouTube. So what video could they? What do they search?
It's just called Omniboi at Bar Smith, as like bar and Smith as two different words.
So you guys, after you watch this, go look that up.
Yeah, and it's just like
it's for a show.
You can see the like, especially me. I can see in hindsight like the nervousness and the effort I put into it. I
would have loved to be there.
I coordinated with the guy that did visuals to do like 3D visuals for tonight.
Oh, you went
and
all
like
in.
I paid for like those little paper 3D glasses that you like full of the like red and blue.
Oh,
and so like in the video, there's people wearing like 3D glasses and dancing around.
Like Devo or something.
It was insane.
Wow.
And so I played this show, and honestly, I can't remember what year this is, but if you look up the YouTube video, you'll see what year it was.
Were you always wearing the gloves? I like that.
Oh yeah, this has been like since like grade
Omniboi
school.
Thing.
Yeah, this was even
You've
not even
always-
an Omniboi thing. This is an
always
Omni Rutledge
worn
thing.
the gloves.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like super
Because
old.
that's something unique about you.
Yeah. But for this show, I
Yeah.
even put on those like little, which I'd never do today, but I put on those like light up rave gloves for this show.
You did?
So like in the video, oh man. And so
Oh shit!
I played the show.
You had those things.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there was like this I don't even remember the website. It was like everyglow or something.com, and I was raving at the time, so I was like a frequent.
Dude, I used to go to hey man, I went to raves in Arizona too, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we
Yeah.
should have brought up in Gilbert. Fun things to do in Gilbert.
Oh,
it should have
well,
been.
I didn't go to any raves in Gilbert.
I don't think they had any in
I
Gilbert.
didn't go to any raves
I don't
in
think
Gilbert.
they have any in
Yeah,
Gilbert.
not in Gilbert. No, I went to the ones in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were pretty dope.
Yeah.
And so I get the light up gloves. I play this show, and it was actually the last Omniboi show in Arizona. I never played again in Arizona, and I was just kind of like willing to accept. I was like, you know what? That was my last show, but at least I got the videographer. I have a video of it. I paid all this money. It was fun.
Yeah.
No one else would book me in Arizona, and then I just kind of focused on producing. But it was just like, this was the one club that would ever let me play.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're not letting me play again.
Well, I'm sure now they would beg
Oh,
you.
now
they would be like, please.
Oh my goodness!
Come, please play our club.
Oh,
Because I've
please.
seen you.
Absolutely.
We'll get to that, but I've seen you now. So.
But yeah, it was a good show, and it was a good learning experience because I just got to see how much goes into a show. But
you spent about $800.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to do the math right now.
I
More
spent
about
a lot.
1,000. You spent about $1,000
for an hour of
that one show.
an hour of whatever that was.
I love that story, man.
Oh no.
That'd be amazing. You gotta bring it back, dude.
Oh man, those
Bring back-
songs.
yeah.
Oh my
Walk down
god.
memory lane, man.
They're a time. Those songs are. They are a time.
Yeah. So when did? Okay, so thanks for saying that. Okay, so you just kind of chilled from performing in Arizona.
No, and I wasn't even chilled. I was like, I really wanted to play again.
Oh, you wanted to play again?
I wanted to, but it was just like this weird thing of like, this was the one club weird enough to let me do it.
Yeah.
I can't go anywhere else.
Right,
and so I kept
right.
going to that club like as a attendee.
I trust me. I know what you're talking. I lived in
my
Tempe.
God.
Like,
Yeah.
they're very
They don't
Unless
want
you're like
things
a
getting
cover
too
band
weird
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you start implementing the? Because I heard your
Yes.
piano and your keyboard skills. And
Thank you.
When did you start doing that?
I think after I played that show, obviously I didn't get booked again in Arizona. So I had a lot as Omniboi. I was like playing in bands, so I was still like active, but no Omniboi shows. And so I had a lot of time to like look at that show, think about it. And I was like, there was a few people that had some bad things to say about the show, and they're just like, he's not a good DJ. This is a horrible DJ job. And I was just like,
Wait, how'd you hear this? Just
because there were people at the club. Like, I'm still going to the club every Friday.
oh, you're still going into the scene.
Yeah,
Oh, so you're still attending just as a fan, like just hanging
I
out.
love all these people. I'm like really trying to be a part of
Of
like
the
this
scene.
thing. Yes.
Oh,
so I'm making all
right.
these friends, and I'm just like, you hear things, and people sometimes will tell you to your face, and sometimes you're just like, oh, they didn't think you were a good DJ, or like, oh, you need to work on your mixing, or you need to work on this and that. And so,
how did you deal with that back then?
it was hard to hear.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna act like I was just like, it didn't bother me at all. Like, it was like actually really tough.
Right.
But I was like, I'm not a DJ. Like, that's why I was bad at it. Because like I'm not a DJ, and
you make the music.
Yeah, I was a producer.
You're a producer.
I'm a producer.
You produce the stuff.
I'm horrible at DJing. I don't know what people want to hear. And like in a kind of selfish, indulgent way, like I don't really care what they want to hear. I just want to like have fun and play like
play what you want to play.
And so after a while, because I was putting up YouTube videos of myself playing keyboard, And so after a while,
wait, what year was this? This
was before the Omniboi show. This was like,
this is so
these videos are from like 2006. Like,
really?
yeah, me just like on my floor playing that Casio. Wow. And so after a while, I was just like looking at DJs, and I was still going out to shows because like this was like the rise of the DJs. So like all of a sudden, all these bigger names are playing in Arizona. Like Calvin Harris is coming to Arizona, and like so I'm going to see them. And I was just like, one, I'm not good at that what they're doing, and two, there was times in the Omniboi show where I was like anxious and bored on stage because like
that's not good.
After I would start to like fade into another Omniboi song, that song starts playing, and then I'm just kind of like standing there. And even with all of my like, I'm not some huge like charismatic like dance jump up and down,
but this is a live performance we're talking about. You know what I mean? I'm not,
exactly. And so it's like the reason that I just was anxious and bored is because I wasn't doing the one thing that I do,
really
and it was the cues.
Yes.
And so I was just like, I kept searching for shows, and I was trying to explain like my setup, because like if you do this type of set, I can't play with bands.
No.
And I can't play with DJs.
No.
Because it's like,
why is that?
Because in Arizona, DJ booths, you can't fit like these keyboards and like a laptop and all. So it's like I can't play anywhere. And so I was just like, I figured out what I want to do, but I don't know how to do it. Like I don't know where to do it.
You didn't have the right setup, maybe.
Yeah, like I just didn't.
Like the MIDI control, were they out back then? The MIDI controllers?
They did have the MIDI controllers, but like I bring like 3 keyboards like to my shows. It's like I'm bringing so much, and so after a while, and just being really active online and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What happened was I got really into. This is like such a. I'm sorry, it's going on a winding.
No, I love it.
But I got really into this internet community of just like indie electric artists, like electric artists that weren't dancey and EDM enough to play with DJs, but they weren't live enough to play with bands. Wow. And so there was a lot of...
So it was a niche thing.
Very, very. Okay. And this is like the rise of SoundCloud, so I'm finding a lot of people like Maxo or Divio or Mark Rodito, who at the time was Spaz Kid. Yeah. And I remember there were these things called...
I don't know any of those people you just said.
Man. This is good. Maybe somebody listening does.
I'm trying to get educated too. To be honest, cool. I heard all about you because I had Mishi Smile. I had Garrett on here. I had Garrett on here.
Perfect.
And so that I know that's going to kind of... the trajectory is going to kind of go into your story too, but I don't know much about it. But that's why you're here to educate people like me.
All right.
My girlfriend knows more about it than I do.
So Garrett and all these people, Max. So there's just like there is an online community swelling of SoundCloud people that were basically making music that was very cool and pushing boundaries, but was not mass appeal. So they couldn't really play in big venues. It was like it was basically, imagine the punk rock scene, but if everything were electronic.
That's cool. That's a good analogy. I like that.
People just weren't accepted on a wide platform. So I got really into this group.
But the community was tight knit, and they were
everybody
devoted.
looked out for each other, and they would play these things called Tiny Chat shows, which were like Tiny Chat was this chat program, basically like imagine like Skype group chatting, but they would host shows with it
through their computer.
Yeah, so like somebody would set up their stuff in their room and play, and all these people would come and watch
through their computer.
Yeah,
so they'd watch virtual like.
Yeah, it was
like a Periscope show.
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
Yes, this is what I'm getting to. So there was this community. Oh man, we're going deep now.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's an entire community of this show called SPF 420.
Yeah.
Which was basically a reoccurring show where they would get a lineup of like musicians, and then a musician would perform like on their camera in their room or wherever they wanted to.
What year was this? So
this is 2014, 2013.
Oh, okay, so it's recent.
Yeah. And so you watch the person perform, and the chat, it's like a live chat of all these people that are just like, oh, this is dope. And it's just like this community where if they're...
But they're performing live, like you could do it here. You could do it anywhere.
And you didn't have to pay for anything. You didn't have to go anywhere. And so like people all over the world can see.
Anywhere, like in Germany, someone in Germany.
Exactly.
Oh, that's...
So the cool thing was Mark Rodito, who was big in the community, has a birthday show. He has a show like a birthday party, but he has this lineup that is one of the most insane things like me as like an Arizonan had ever seen, because it's like he's playing and Curion, another artist in Japan, is playing this thing, and then somebody in Australia is playing, and it was basically like all of these people were playing this lineup, but when you think about it, they're international, so they're at like really weird time. Like Kirion was playing, and you could see in her set like it's dark outside because it's like really late in Japan. Like where she plays her set and then she finishes, and then like T Doyle would go on, who's like in the Valley here in like LA.
How do you organize this? Like this lineup?
It was just like through sheer will.
It was organic. It was just like, okay, now it's your turn.
Exactly.
It's your show.
They had it like organized beforehand.
Yeah, time slots.
Yeah, they had time slots.
Wow,
and so
it seems like a lot, right, George?
It was a lot. And there was like technical difficulties. There was like stuff that would go wrong. But it was like we wanted it so bad because no one would book any of us. Like that's what it really, I feel like, came from. Is like either nobody would book you or you were in this weird position where you were like, I have fans, but I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right. And I can't play chiptune here or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I have to play. And so I feel like I got into that community and I played my second ever Omniboi show, and it was like an online thing.
It was an online thing.
Yeah, and so I play in my room, and there was this really cool like thing of like I can play in my room, so I can wear whatever I want. And
you have the control too.
I have all of the control, so it's like all of my keyboards are. I'm like sitting in like.
So it was good for you, man.
Yes, exactly.
You had all your arsenal in your room,
all the things
dude.
I can't bring, and so it's just like.
What do you think about that, George?
Like it was like 4 keyboards. I had all my stuff. I had like a pizza. I was like,
so you're
just chilling and playing this show.
You're in your zone, literally.
Yeah, and you're looking at the chat, and people were just like, "Oh, this is dope," and you're seeing this like live feedback, and you're just like, "Wow." Like,
how many people would like be watching at
there's like hundreds of people.
Hundreds of people.
It's so, and this is crazy because it's like there wouldn't be this many people at like one of my live like if I was playing an actual show in a venue.
That's you just made me look into the future. That's the future.
Yeah, like I want that.
This is
back.
the future. What we're talking about right now.
Prepare for this show after like your big setup for like the first live show.
Oh, so for this show, I like practiced a few times in my room, but I wasn't like all over it and paying for obviously like a videographer to come and like film me. I prepared and I was just like, I'm gonna play these songs, and I also did this. I was like, it's not a DJ set. Let's like not DJ then. I'm just going to play my songs, and then like a band, I will end this song, then I'll start a new song, and I'll end that song. And
how long was your set?
It was an hour.
You did an hour in your room, just
I said an hour just chilling.
I'm sure that was.
It was amazing.
I know. I was just gonna say. I'm sure you were so
cool.
in your element that you weren't nervous, and you even performed better because you're actually
so much better
in your element.
Exactly.
Dude, this is the future. You just got me thinking. This is in the future. No one's gonna physically go anywhere.
Yeah, just watch shows in VR. That's what I want.
This is the future. VR shows.
Heck yeah.
This is amazing.
And so I played that, and after the show ended, my Twitter was just like there was like all these people interacting with me, and that was like my first feeling of like, oh, the internet, like people do care about the thing I'm doing. It's just not here in Arizona. Like there is nobody in SPF 420 in this chat from Arizona. It was just me, and I was like, wow. So it's not that I'm bad. It's just I'm in the wrong place.
You're in the wrong
I've got to go somewhere. And Garrett and Mark Rodito and all these people, they're in LA. So I was like, I'm just going to plan a trip out there. I planned a trip out here, and, then I ended up moving. It was a whole thing. But yeah.
So you met Garrett back then through doing stuff like this?
Yeah. Yeah. It's such a cool, like, it was such a cool community.
That guy, he's in Japan now. Like,
yeah.
What do you think now, like the trajectory where it went? It's
so cool.
It's like global. You guys are going
because like none of us
different countries now.
It's not even like none of us even talk anymore. It's not even necessarily that. It's just this weird thing of like it was a bottled community, and all of us are still doing music, but we've all grown in different directions. So it's like, like Garrett's all the way in Japan. Like Mark Rodito's got like a new album coming out this like next month or something like that. He's got all these music videos, and like I'm doing my own thing, and we all like grew, but it's like we had to be in this little like bubble on the internet at first.
God, so that really helped you guys just.
Yeah, that was huge. Internet was a big help.
And it still is. Don't you think like it's interesting
internet's
now because
God.
You mentioned these new types of shows, just like Periscope type shows. Do you think the future that's all it's going to be, or do you think that?
I think people will still want to see live stuff.
Yeah,
but I think
do
that
too, yeah.
like live streaming shows will be more common.
Right.
Like because even when I got my new what is it? An Oculus thing. It was like a little VR thing for my phone.
Like the Oculus that you, the virtual.
You, like, wear
yeah.
And so I got that. And I remember when I first got it, there was like this promotional thing for Samsung where you could actually go and see, well, not go, but you could see live performances. It's like, here, see this thing. And they would have a 3D camera set up in the venue so you can kind of look around and you could see a show potentially like from your couch.
Oh, that's so
And so
cool. Yeah.
I think that people are going to want to go to see live things more often. But I also think that the idea or the opportunity to see a live performances or be a part of it without having to be there, it's like huge. It's really big, especially in this country. Yeah, because it's so huge.
Yeah.
People are like, even when I do, because I do Instagram live streams and like Facebook live streams.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've seen some of your videos. It's like there's a lot of hits on.
Yeah, people are like,
you're still doing the same thing. You're in your room and you're jamming.
Same exact thing.
You're doing
same exact
thing.
thing.
So it's like, if it's not broke, why fix it? Like you keep doing the same thing, and it's actually working for you. That's awesome, man. So because I'm thinking back when you started with Fruity Loops, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm now thinking back then to where you're at now. Like, are like sponsors starting to hit you up, like where they want to sponsor you? Like someone like Roland or
that didn't start until last year.
So that did okay. I want to hear about that.
So last year, I had like a really cool epiphany. Not even epiphany, just decision where I was like, you know what? In 2017, I'm going to pour every ounce of my time into just making videos. And not even necessarily like playing live, just doing the things I'm good at.
Like videos for what, YouTube or Insta videos?
Just anything. Just like because like I was like, what is the one thing that I'm like good at? And it's like, I'm good at playing keyboard. I'm good at making videos.
Yeah.
I'm not good at DJing. Like production isn't even necessarily my strong suit. Like I'm not making crazy things in production. So I was like, here are the things I'm good at. I'm just going to like hammer focus those.
That's cool.
And so I did those in like after like 3 months of 2017, like immediate results where it was just like, oh, I like doubled my like Twitter following. Like, oh, like now I doubled my Instagram following. Oh, I'm getting
just by doing the video thing.
Yeah, just by doing the videos. Because it was like beforehand, it was like I would post a song or something like that. Then I would post like a cool sandwich or something like that.
Yeah.
That I ate. And then like on Twitter, it was like I would post like a video of like me playing keyboard. And then I would post like how I felt about Avengers. Wow. And I was just like, you know what? No, just the things I'm good at. The things I'm really good at. Like, not even me, like, messing around on a banjo. Like, I'm going to, like, so I did that. Yamaha reached out, and they were like, we noticed you, like, use our keyboards a lot in your videos.
Oh, they noticed that?
Yeah, and then they sent me a free keyboard, and, like, they brought me to NAMM this year.
Wow. And what is that? That's, like, annual...
Oh, yeah, that's
what is for people who don't know, what is that?
The National Association of Music Merchants. So it's basically like Comic-Con, but for, like,
for
Yamaha,
musicians.
Roland, Korg, all of, like, the big... music things
Moog or Moog, whatever you call it. Yeah.
And so you get to play all these like unreleased things and get like free things. It's really, really cool.
So they hooked you up.
Yeah, they like brought me. And so
wait, they brought you out for the convention?
Yeah, they brought me out to like Anaheim.
No, you just drove there. Okay.
And so like they like paid for everything, made sure that I got in, they like fed me. They gave me this cool like gift basket and like brought me into all these like really cool things that like even the public couldn't come into because I was like a Yamaha sponsored. And so, like, I got,
Kirby.
And so I got, like, sponsored by, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So I got sponsored by Yamaha, and they brought me out to that.
Yeah.
And then I noticed, like, there is this energy of, like, big companies that, well, here's the thing. This isn't even going to be, like, a dig at Yamaha. Yamaha's dope, and they take good care of me.
Yeah.
But I think all this time I thought Yamaha is ran by amazing pianists. I was just like...
Oh, what gave you that impression?
Because they make pianos.
Okay.
So I was just like, they must know everything about a piano. And like, not necessarily true. You know, the reason they work there is because they're good at running a company. And I'm good at playing pianos. Yeah. And so it's like, if someone is going to sell you a car... It can't be a car manufacturer. It has to be like a driver. It has to be somebody that's good at driving a car.
Okay, I see the logic in that,
Yeah, and so I didn't realize that.
Oh, what did your attitude change when you realized that?
It changed so much.
Like drastically.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, I'm unconsciously making Yamaha money, right? Because I'm in my streams and somebody's like, you know, I've always wanted to get into music. Like, what is that keyboard? And I'm like, oh, this is a Yamaha CP.
Dude, it's promotion for them.
Yeah,
dude.
2 weeks later, the kid sends me like a picture of themselves with a brand new Yamaha, and I'm just like, I didn't even tell him to buy that. Like,
but you're part of the reason of that happening.
So then Yamaha reaches out.
You deserve a percentage of that sale.
Yeah, exactly.
So Yamaha,
hook me up with that. I'm trying to eat, man.
Yeah. So Yamaha, if you're watching. My man Omni here, he made that sale happen.
I sold
I
so
know
many
it,
of those
and
things.
you know it. But don't you think that's fair?
It is. It is.
Because of a car salesman, if they're the ones that told you, "Hey, come on," and you deserve the percentage of that sale, wouldn't you say? I mean,
and so they did take care of me. Like they sent me some free stuff, and they like let me go to pretty cool things.
Yeah.
But like I do want like once I realized that, I was like, okay, I have a platform that maybe I'm underestimating the power of. And like even people are just like, when you record your
powerful.
videos. Yeah.
That's very powerful what you do for
is.
Yamaha. It's,
It's huge. And
They
I
see
didn't
it.
know. Like people will
Yeah.
even say like, what do you film your videos on? I'm just like, oh, just my phone. They're like, what kind of phone? I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, it doesn't matter.
No, but it does.
And so I say the name of the phone,
You're
and then people
basically
buy
marketing.
that phone.
Yeah,
And
dude.
so like, and then Verizon reached out, and like Verizon
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that. I knew.
Okay.
Yeah, we were excited because when we saw like that you're doing something Verizon, we're like, whoa, he's gonna.
Yeah.
I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to get you.
Oh,
Because I'm like,
I'd be like,
because I
no,
kept telling George,
no,
dude,
no.
we gotta get him now because Omniboi's about to blow up, right, babe? We thought you were
Verizon.
we thought
I
you were
was-
just gonna be like the spokesperson, like you're about to just.
Get him before Pepsi.
Yeah, we thought you
Oh
were
my
just gonna
God.
blast off into
I just
the-
stopped making music altogether. I'm just
Yeah,
like, hey
yeah.
guys, you seen this new phone?
So that's let's talk about the Verizon thing then.
So the Verizon thing happened. They actually sent me a new phone a couple days ago. I haven't even opened it out of the box yet. I'm just like, and so it's like now it's like they're paying for, like they got me a new phone. They're paying for
Coverage?
my. Yeah, so I'm like not paying my phone bill anymore, so it's like free minutes,
dude.
stuff like that. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that, but anyways, I'm not. Paying
Well,
my cell phone bill.
Verizon, good
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
out.
Thanks,
You're
Verizon.
doing a good thing. I got Verizon, so
Yeah. Verizon's
that's
dope.
their little
plug.
Their little plug. Okay,
But
they don't need it. But go
They
ahead.
sure don't.
Yeah, they sure don't. But okay,
they're taking care, and
they're taking care of you.
And in my brain, I'm like, okay, well, that's this much money out of their pocket because they're paying for my thing. But I'm making things money. Like I don't see any of the profits of the things that I make. Like even I'll put myself in the kids' position. Like I can remember when I was a kid, I was really obsessed with this band name Freeze Pop, and they used to use this thing.
You know them, babe?
And
She
they
knows all this stuff. I don't know any of this stuff.
they're really
old.
dope. They
Yeah.
make like synth pop.
Okay, cool.
And they had this little thing called a QY70, and it was a Yamaha like beat machine. Like this, it looked like a Game Boy. It was just this most unmusical looking machine you can think of.
Can't judge it by its looks.
Yeah,
It
and I
might be
remember
able to do some amazing
Oh,
things.
it was.
Yeah.
It's like they wrote all these songs on it. And so I remember seeing their website and seeing the pictures of this thing, and I was just like, I have to have it. I have to have it. I remember pricing it, looking for it. I have to have
much
this
was it?
thing. It was like $300.
So it was a drum machine
Yeah.
by Yamaha.
Exactly.
You know what, Yamaha? I'm just realizing Yamaha. They have a history of this.
Oh, yeah.
Not just Roland or Boss or Yamaha's been there.
They've
the
been
whole
there.
time.
They've been out
since
there.
the '80s, man.
Oh yeah. So it's like they made all this stuff, and for me, I was like, I have to have this thing. I have to have this thing. Or being a kid and seeing Fall Out Boy like in a music video and seeing like a Gibson SG or something like that, and being like Gibson SG. This is what I have to buy.
You obsess about
I
it.
almost want to buy that more than I want to buy the Fall Out Boy album. And
Right.
it's like Gibson's
The thing
making
that
money.
created that.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
And so it's just like if I could have that thing, I will have the magic.
Oh,
And
right.
so I think there is a sense of that where when somebody likes the art you create, their first question usually isn't like, what inspired this? Or like, well, like
they want to know what you use.
they're
to
like,
make
what
it.
are you using? Because that's what I'm going to buy, and I'm going to sound just
Similar
like you.
to
man.
like a
Yeah.
graffiti artist or a painter. What
Yeah.
kind of brush? What kind of pen is that, man?
Absolutely.
Same thing, right?
And so that's how the sponsorships happened. It
Dude,
was
I'm
just like,
happy for you. That's awesome.
yeah.
Those are some good ones, dude.
Yeah, they're good.
Come on.
Internet's dope.
Yeah.
Internet's really good for that.
You know what? I just thought just through Verizon because I know like you should. What about the iPads? Because there's music programs for the iPad.
Yeah, oh my God.
So why don't
Oh,
you just
man. I'm gonna
utilize
get-
that, man? 'Cause
I'm
you
getting
can-
all over it.
Yeah, because there's like
man.
I know Korg's got like dope programs.
They do.
No, for the phone too.
Yeah, they do.
Like my buddy Eddie, he shows me, and I'm like, that's for the. You have that on your phone?
It's
And I'm
crazy.
telling you, the sounds are you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. It sounds
No.
like a real drum machine.
I
You know
love
what
it.
I mean? Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's I just feel like after finding that community on the internet, I really truly realized the power of the internet's reach. And like even if I did go a few months without playing a show, or a year even without playing a show, the show like never stops because you're constantly performing by way of tweets, by way of pictures or videos.
I like that.
And so your absence is never missed. Right. And so it's nice.
Wow, man, you're doing so, man. Like, God, it's just reflecting back on where you started, where you're from, and to where you're at now. That's an amazing. It's a success story, man.
Yeah,
like,
I'm still on Fruity Loops, which also sponsored me. Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Shout out. Wait, Fruity Loops is sponsoring you too?
Yeah. Okay. I mentioned because I was doing the videos, and they were just
so shout out to Fruity Loops for hooking
people
up
are like, what
here.
program is this? What app is this? And I'm like, this is Fruity Loops.
So
and
you get that for free too?
Oh yeah, all of it, all of
hold on. I want to break this down. Your life's good. Yeah. Wait, his life's good.
Yeah.
So wait, Yamaha's sending you free stuff, right?
Yeah,
Keyboards, right? Verizon. They got that covered. You don't even have to pay the bill.
Yeah, nah.
They got you. It's still in the box.
Oh yeah,
your
it's still in the box.
You got the newest iPhone still in the box. You probably didn't ask. You could probably get free iPads.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And Fruity Loops is hooking you up with free programs.
Fruity Loops gave me.
Who's next? Let's just. Might as well just go for it all now, because
oh man,
the possibilities.
There's
the possibilities, man.
Here's the thing.
What would help? What would be the dream? What would be the dream sponsor where you're like, they would never hook me up? Like, what's that? Is that a Korg? I'm guessing maybe Korg.
It's not
because they have some cool
Korg
keyboards,
has some
man.
cool stuff. I want to say something musical. I do. I want to say something musical.
Yeah.
I really want a clothing sponsorship.
Hey, dude. So if you're watching, hook this guy up, man. Wait, H&M.
Hey, you know what? Uniqlo. Seriously. I don't even know if Uniqlo sponsors
this
people.
Guy, you don't even know.
But I've been wearing a lot of Uniqlo.
He's magic.
I want, and here's okay.
Wait, hold up. You didn't touch it. Hold up. Let's.
Oh yeah. Okay. I was about to say.
Here's a drink too. You didn't even open it yet.
I was even about to say, because the thing about a sponsorship is when somebody sponsors you, there's this.
Well, we don't know yet. We're still trying to get some sponsors, right, George?
Oh.
So if you're watching this, man, I'm telling you, man, for real, we could use a sponsor one ourselves, okay? Contact us through Steebee Weebee Show. Steebee Weebee Show at gmail.com.
Continue get the sponsorship.
Yeah.
Because
we need it. No, it's going to happen for us. It's in a matter of months.
It's going to happen.
In a matter of months, we'll get it.
The thing is,
hold up. I'm just going to throw this out in the universe.
What is he grabbing? What is this?
This Boss sampler. Boss, Roland, if you're out there, we love you guys. I love your stuff. Man. I've made a lot of cool stuff on this. Please contact us at Steebee Weebee Show at gmail.com. I love Boss, Roland, Boss. Okay, that's it.
Heck yeah, dude. Roland's dope.
Yeah, it's dope.
Roland's dope.
That thing is, that's like one of my babies. Like, I love that thing.
It looks like it's seen some stuff.
Oh yeah, it's been through a lot.
It looks like it's got some history.
This is
some real history.
I like doing this because you're a musical guy. I started with. Oh. And you know why I brought this up? Because you look at this. You can put batteries in here.
Oh heck yeah! There you go.
This is my first sampler that I. Yeah, but continue.
Roland's so important. Oh,
I didn't mean to cut you off as far as the sponsors and stuff.
Sponsors. The thing is, there's always this worry that if somebody sponsors you and you're not very passionate about the product, it's like it's going to come off. What's the word? Disingenuous. You want to be genuine. You want to seem sincere when you're trying to. Yeah, heck yeah.
You could do some stuff,
came out clutch with that.
Yeah.
Like
he was waiting for you.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like obviously, if I get sponsored by Monster energy drink, it's like I don't drink Monsters. Yeah. Like,
would you take that if you don't drink? You just said you don't drink Monster. Would you take that?
Would I take a sponsorship
from Monster? But it's because
it's money. It's money, but the thing is hard. The thing that's hard, honestly, right now, I would say no, because I'm in a position where I'm not starving, and I can't back energy that much because I don't drink it.
Yeah. Why is it that everyone in Gilbert, Arizona, I'm not kidding you.
My God.
Everyone that has a truck with tinted windows in Gilbert has a Monster Energy drink sticker on their truck.
What
Do you know
that
what I'm talking
mean?
about?
They don't work for energy.
I know,
do you know
what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. So like little
if you go to Arizona, Gilbert, Arizona, and you drive around, you will see this. It's almost every
They're so
other
passionate
car.
about it. It's super weird. It's very weird.
Dude.
It's weird. They're not getting free Monster.
No, but
they paid for the sticker to put on
the
their freaking
sticker of the claw.
So dumb.
Babe, remember
it makes me so mad.
She knows. I brought her there.
Oh, it's bad.
She's been to Gilbert.
Such a horrible place.
She likes it.
Oh my god.
Dude,
even with the monster?
Dude, she loves Santa.
Wait, how long was she there?
Only three days. Two.
Oh my god.
No, that's a lie.
No, yeah.
That's a lie.
Get a good month. Get a good month in Gilbert.
Yeah.
And you'll see.
But you know what? From a musician's point of view, you could probably record an album there pretty because there's no distractions, man.
There is zero sound in Gilbert. There is so little sound that I went back. This is a little off topic, but I went back to visit my parents a couple years ago, 2016, and I could not sleep.
Why?
Because it's so
too quiet.
It's like I feel like that feeling when you come out of a rave, into the night air, and you're just like, am I deaf?
Yeah,
because you can't. That's what Gilbert is like all the time.
No, well, there is a train track there. You could hear the train.
Yeah, there's the one train.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
There's the
it
one
goes to, and it goes even to it goes to Tempe too.
Yeah, but it's like if you hear a thing in Gilbert, you look.
Yeah.
Because the absence of sound is so normal that if you hear a dog bark, you're just like, whoa, dog, what?
Whoa,
is there a dog?
Yeah,
is there a dog here? If you hear like sirens, you're like, is someone hurt? Here in LA, you hear sirens.
Dude,
you don't even...
It's
it
the
might
opposite.
As well, yeah,
we're literally in Gotham City out here compared to there. That's like Little House on the Prairie type.
But yeah,
thing.
you could record a song in Gilbert.
I'm sorry, we went all over the place. Let's go back to the so the sponsorships do help. The sponsorships
you want to be
help.
Sponsored by something you're passionate about. I am extremely passionate about Little Caesars Pizza. And I always talk about Little Caesars Pizza.
That's random.
I'm always eating Little Caesars Pizza. I'm always posting about Little Caesars Pizza. The Crazy Bread's dope.
Yeah.
Crazy Bread's dope. It's infallible.
I remember, that's memories for me.
But it's like, I have Little Caesars shirts. I have a Little Caesars plush. This is backpack. I have a Little Caesars backpack.
Are you sponsored by them?
No. This is the point I'm trying to get to. This is the ridiculousness. This is the thing that's so ridiculous. This is the thing.
So
I've been so into Little Caesars
got a Little Caesars
for
backpack.
years. I have a Little Caesars everything. There's a wait
a minute. Where did you get? I didn't even know you could get
this. Everything in my life is just branded by Little Caesars, and every couple of weeks somebody's like, "Are you sponsored by Little Caesars?"
When did this phenomenon happen in your life?
It was just being.
This is so random. I thought you were going to say another music company.
No,
not
that's
Little
why
Caesars
when you were
Pizza.
like, "What is the next sponsorship?" and I was just like, I had it. I was just like, I'm going to bring out the Caesar. And you said,
so if you're watching
you
this guy's a good guy. He's a very talented musician.
I eat
Little
the pizza
Caesars,
all the time.
If you're out there, reach out. How do they reach out to you, Omni?
I'm Omniboi on everything.
Omniboi.
Freaking Omni.
I.
Yeah, OMNI. But like I've been eating Little Caesars forever just because.
Yeah, why Little Caesars? Why not Pizza Hut or Domino's?
Because I have a very big family.
Yeah.
And
you could buy there's good deals.
There's good deal. Very big family, not a lot of money. It was really easy for my dad to drop like $20 and feed all of us.
Dude.
When you would have to do that.
I like your style, by the way.
Exactly.
I like your dad's style.
Oh, like physically, you've seen.
No, I like this style because he's got the cowboy vibe.
Yeah, he has a very southern black cowboy
vibe about him.
He does bolo ties. He's got the cowboy hat.
Love it.
Yeah,
dude, your dad's cool, man.
Word up, thank you.
Dude,
my dad is very much a product. Okay,
dude, your dad's
you can look at
stylish.
my dad, and when I say this, you'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. My dad moved to Gilbert and was like really trying to like get in and assimilate. And it's like my dad became this really suave black cowboy of Gilbert Arizona. I don't know what the heck happened.
So it was cool.
But it's like everybody.
Dude, I saw one picture of him on your social, and I looked at it. I'm like, that's so cool.
But everybody will see him, and they're just like, what? They're like, why?
He's doing it.
And I'm just like, first of all, you have to.
He's got the boots.
Exactly. He has the boots.
Dude, he's got the
shirt.
boots.
He's got the pants. He's got the hat. He's got the bolo tie.
Yeah.
It's like, to understand the pictures of my dad, it's like you have to know, first of all, what it's like to be like a minority trying to like
assimilate.
That's
what it is.
And then you have to go to Gilbert, Arizona and see what Gilbert. And then you just plug a black man into that machine, and he turns into like this like really chill, suave black.
Dude,
cowboy.
He's the man. I bet there. Your dad's
everybody loves my dad.
Your dad's the man.
He's just like the chillest guy. Everybody loves him. Everybody's like bending over backwards for him. He's like a hard worker, and he's just cool.
He even has that thing where you wear on your neck, that thing that you.
Yeah, the bolo tie.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Which is like a little buckle. It's insane. It's insane.
Dude, that's him.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
my
how
dad.
cool
Me
is
and my
that?
dad.
That's a picture I saw. I stared at it for so
Oh,
long. I
man.
was just looking at him like,
Oh
wow.
yeah, he's a good dude.
How long has he been out? He's an OG in Gilbert.
Oh, yeah.
Is he OG now at this point?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So
He's
people
just
know.
a staple. He's
Yeah.
a staple there.
So is he really into that stuff, like horses?
Oh my goodness,
like
yes.
the horses.
He's so into it that I grew like he's so into
Like
it
he's
that
got
like
all the gear.
everything, like he.
So he's. Oh, I get
I
it now.
thought he grew up a cowboy.
No, but you live in a place where you do have he has horses.
No, he doesn't even have horses.
Oh, I thought he did.
No, he just has horse paraphernalia. He's like this dope cowboy man. But I grew
When
up.
did that happen? Your whole life? I'm kind of.
That's the thing.
When
He
did that
was
happen?
that my whole life. So I grew up thinking my dad's a cowboy. My dad is a cowboy. I would look at cartoons and see like Yosemite Sam, and I'm like, my dad's that, but black. But no, he's not.
Yeah.
He's just he.
But this is not a front.
became
He
that.
really.
He became
sincerely
that.
likes
yeah.
that stuff.
He loves that stuff. It's like the only reason, because I like all different types of music, and I grew up listening like this and so.
I listen to everything
R&B,
too. Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
And my dad is the one that introduced me to country, and it was just like as a kid, I was like super into country, and I was just like, this is not a weird thing because like all of
there
my
needs to
other
be a
black
movie about
friends.
him. That would be sick, like
Black cowboy.
like No Country for Old Men type thing.
Yeah.
about your dad.
It would
though.
be cool. I would watch it.
But he's like a badass. Like don't cross him
oh yeah.
because he's got.
He's
some
got the
ammunition.
cowboy
Yeah,
swag. And
yeah.
so he was like a
Wow.
good dude. He's a good dude, but I
Yeah.
definitely like got country music from him. I got like this really strange upbringing of like obviously like super culturally black, but then also my dad just being black cowboy. And so there was
So unique, dude.
a lot of like country stuff. There was a lot of like
Is your
big-
mom into that too, or
My mom is not.
what? She's into just normal stuff.
She's just into my mom is like have you ever been to Buckeye, Arizona?
I've never been to Buckeye.
That's where my mom was raised. So my
Okay.
mom's like, it's like the Alabama of Arizona. My
Where
mom
is it located again? Like I'm trying to.
Do you know where Goodyear is?
Yeah.
It's like south of Goodyear.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the like dirty south of Arizona. So my mom is kind of like the country Bama, and my
Yeah,
dad is the cowboy. Wow. And then somehow they just had nothing but like hood kids, just like
Right.
hood rat kids.
But I forgot to. I should have asked you this at the beginning.
Oh.
When did you learn your jazz style of playing
Oh,
keyboard and piano, dude?
So
Like when did that come about?
I have no. Okay, so
You
Jesus,
notice
this is
that?
so
When you
hard.
played, it reminded me of like classic jazz, the stuff
That
I
makes
like.
me feel good.
Yeah. Did you hear it too? Yeah.
I didn't listen to a lot of jazz. Well, basically what happened was I was playing piano, and as you or any other musician knows, after a while when you get bored and you're trying to
switch it up a little bit.
switch it up. So I would just like hit, what's the word? Like, I don't know because I don't know music theory, so I don't know what like the words for these are, but I would just hit like chords where a lot of the notes were like smushed together. And on accident at first, but then it became like a more intentional thing. Basically, I was hitting like quote unquote jazz chords, and I just didn't know.
You didn't know.
And so that just became my style.
Just natural.
Yeah.
It naturally happened.
But I don't. Oh, here's the thing.
dude, isn't this crazy?
Other people will say that. Other people are just like, "Wow, man, are you a jazz pianist or it's a very jazzy sound?" I didn't hear it because like I'll go and I'll listen to or watch a jazz pianist, and I always look at them and I'm like, this person knows what they're doing. They're like really doing it.
You did
and
by
then when,
accident. You just
yeah,
naturally.
when I'm playing, it doesn't. I don't know what I'm doing, but I guess it's jazzy. I like it.
Whoa, that's. So, I thought you were to be honest. I thought you were like classically jazz
Oh
trained.
heck no, man! I got no idea
the
what
guy
I'm
in
doing.
our band, Money Mark, who gave
Yeah?
me a shout out to Money, who gave me the
Heck yeah.
the piano. He plays similar to you, and he's like, oh yeah, that's just it's more of the black keys too, where you just
Yeah,
he's kind of utilizing all of the
yeah.
piano instead of like your traditional.
I'm about
chords.
that.
So you just go all over the map.
Yeah, I have no idea what.
So there's
I'm
no
doing.
restrictions.
There's no restrictions.
Oh, that's what
There's no
it
restrictions,
is.
and it's only good.
Ooh.
The only time it's ever made me feel bad is when people that know something about music, which happens every day.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody on Instagram, somebody on Twitter will be like, you should do, and then it's just gibberish of like CDA number sign, little b, big B.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know what that is. And they're like, is this the Philagrian scale? And I'm just like, I don't know what that is, dude. I don't even know if that's a word.
Oh, right.
And so it's like a lot of that.
So this is just self-discovery, you in your room for hours on the keyboard or piano, right? That you
exactly.
Just organically coming up with this stuff.
And I think it's because I didn't have any goals. I'm not telling people to not have goals, but
that's the right attitude.
Yeah. I think it, like a lot of people are just like, I want to learn music theory so I can make a song, or I want to learn like jazz scales so I can play jazz. And for me, it was just like, I'm just like,
you're doing it.
I'm just messing around on this thing.
It's kind of like you're doing it, and then you could label it later, whatever you want.
Yeah.
You're just doing what comes naturally to you.
Exactly.
Is that kind of a accurate?
That's exactly what, because there was no community for me. Wow. There was no like other musicians telling me things, and so even in like, have you remember like playing video games as a kid?
Yeah, I'm a big gamer. I still have this Xbox One right
goodness.
there. Yeah. No, I'm a big game. I love video games.
So you know, as a kid, when you're now, it's a completely different story.
I grew up with like Zelda and Excite Bike.
When you're playing games like that as a kid, it's a very personal experience. And then the only time you learn somebody else's experience, if somebody comes, like if you went to school, or one of your friends told you like, yo, on this level, if you go there, did you see this thing? And you're like, what? Like, hold on a second. You have to go home and do that thing. And you're like, wow, this is like community knowledge all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But now with the internet, that age is kind of dead. But I remember there being this like, I would play a game a certain way, even if it was like a fighting game. It was like, this is the thing that I would do. And then
give me an example, like
Street Fighter.
Okay, Street Fighter. Okay.
Got really into Street Fighter. You know, when you're
what
just
characters?
Oh, the Shoto clones.
Okay.
So like Ryu, the Kin.
Oh, yeah,
just like the
yeah,
basic people. And then I'm playing, and you know how if you're like, I don't know if you discovered it this way, but at the arcade, I remember just like button mashing, like punch, and like trying to like, forward and jump, and then a fireball coming out, and me being like, whoa.
Yeah, my main, and I think everyone's ultimate goal is to consistently get all you cans down.
Yes.
And I remember being so jealous or envious, like watching my friends do that in the arcade. No, because they were better than I was. I have to admit, they were way better than me.
Yeah.
And me having to like watch them and then being frustrated that I couldn't do the same movements. Like I had no problem throwing fireballs, but
right,
it's
of course, it's a weird thing.
All-around game that was way better because they could do it and they could do it right into
yeah.
They had the combos. That's what I'm trying to say.
And that's a thing that if you could, it's not like you couldn't do one. It's just that you would kind of have to like in the corner before it would come out.
Mine would be jerky.
Yeah, exactly.
Like jerky like movements opposed to their fluidity.
And they knew what to put in, but for me as a kid, I didn't even know what to press. Right, so it was just like I know that if I press like down, forward, punch, eventually it'll come out. Well, without that, that's how music was for me. It's like I'm doing a thing on my own without other people telling me like, oh, this is this chord, this is this scale. I'm just messing around. And so sometimes I will do something really cool and somebody that knows will go, that's a Coltrane change or something like that.
Oh,
and I'm like,
right.
I have no idea, dude. I just like happened upon this thing.
Oh, that's cooler though. Don't you think that's cooler though?
Yeah, because I'm not fighting anybody with my piano.
And the thing is you're not trying to like copy anyone.
Exactly. And so it's actually cool when it does come out to be a thing.
Like a thing.
Yeah.
Like a classic
you're
jazz,
playing
something
in this
that
thing.
like Eric Dolphy or Coltrane or Miles Davis or some of the musicians we admire.
Because I'm like, they knew what they were doing.
Right.
But
you do too in a way. Now you do because you're doing it naturally. Like what you think is. I
know it sounds good.
Right.
That's like literally it. I just like know it sounds good.
So interesting.
But
how we doing? How we doing? Good on time?
I could talk forever. This is good. I'm having a good time.
Oh yeah, this is great.
I always get so sad.
I wanna plug this again. So I'm a big Tribe Called Quest fan, and when I was watching your videos, a light bulb went out in my head. Right, babe? As far as the Tribe and Omniboi, I could see you doing a collaboration with Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
So if you're out there, if they happen to watch this, if it's even Ali, if you watch this, holler at this kid. I would like to see that happen. I could see you doing that effortlly. How you you've always done your music. I don't think it'd be a problem for you, like this collaboration.
That would be a pleasure for me.
But I could totally see this happen. I don't know. It makes sense to me.
No, it makes sense to me too.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
I love that.
Yeah, because they're known for their jazz samples and all this cool stuff. Because
I love that.
Yeah. But so we're at the tail. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Just like plugging stuff, or like talking about.
Well, I enjoy it. Yeah. It's
Okay.
It's some plug some stuff.
get some plugs.
First of all, your Instagram to get that.
Oh yeah. Okay, so luckily, Omniboi is like never really taken on anything.
And that is your real name, right? Omni.
Omni is my real name. Yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah, my name is Omni. You know, I'm not gonna say my last name because
you don't have to.
I did that. I did that on the Facebook video, and my Facebook blew.
But Omni is your real name.
Yeah, Omni is my first name, and I got Omniboi on everything. I wanted to do Omniboi with a Y. But that's an actual superhero from Invincible. It's like an actual comic book character. And I was like...
yours with the I.
Yeah, mine's with an I. Because I wanted SEO. I wanted that search engine up.
Omniboi.
Yeah. Omniboi. And that's on everything. That's Spotify.
B-O-I, not B-O-Y.
Yeah,
B-O-I.
not Y. B-O-I. Like Hood Boy or UV Boy. These are other producers that are boys.
Cool.
Anyway,
Let's not plug. Let's keep
yeah.
Yeah, let's keep plugging.
Omniboi, Omniboi. That's on Twitter. That's Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, Spotify. That's everything.
Yeah.
That's even that new thing. What is it called? Vero. I don't think that's gonna do too well. But if you're on Vero, I'm Omniboi in that too.
Okay.
Also, I just came out with an EP this month.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's 10 songs long, so I've gotten a little bit of flack because people are like, "That's a little long for an EP," but I don't really care.
Yeah. Oh, how could people listen to it?
So that's also everywhere. It's Omniboi Daydream. That's on SoundCloud. It's on Bandcamp. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play Music, Amazon MP3, Tidal. It's
so they'll find it.
Yeah, you'll find it eventually.
They'll find it.
Yeah.
And what's the name of that EP again?
It's called Daydream.
So look out for Omniboi Daydream on all those. In all those places. Yeah.
So that's up and that's out.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, a good video to check out is a video I made called Groom Cake.
Oh, cool.
Which
you directed it and everything?
It's just like a little because Verizon sending me just like dope stuff. I'm just like making like really high frame rate slow motion videos.
Yeah.
Like
oh yeah, because they have editing stuff. Yeah. iMovie and all that stuff.
So my entire YouTube's just full of a bunch of videos. That's
wait, you have a YouTube thing?
Yeah.
Wait, what's your YouTube?
It's just Omniboi.
So he has YouTube videos. Type in Omniboi for that.
Omniboi. So I'm up on that.
Yep.
Follow me on Twitter. There are a lot of videos go up there too. But Daydream just came out. This will probably already have happened by the time this.
This will be out Wednesday next week.
Wednesday,
cool.
Yeah.
So this will have already happened, but tomorrow, which is Wednesday, I'm playing in San Francisco.
Really?
I'm playing at GDC, which is really cool.
I wish this was okay. So it'd be too late by then, right?
But this is cool because as people are listening to this, I'll probably have been very pleased with my performance.
Okay,
in San Francisco.
All right, cool.
I'll be very happy.
So who else is going to be doing that show with you?
It's me, Curion, who I actually went on tour with last year.
Oh, cool.
She's super dope.
Yeah.
Brian, Oakland-based DJ up there. Ricky, another. Oh, and. So Ricky, also based in Oakland, DJ up there. Luke, from Anamanaguchi is going to be doing a solo set up there too. It's going to be good, but it's for like a game developers conference, which is like the scene. Like I'm gradually getting into like scoring video games and stuff. Dude, so this is like me kind of going up and
video games. That's your next thing.
Oh heck yeah, I'm all about it, man.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for that. Yeah, so once this is heard, this will have already happened, but I'll have been up in the Bay, like hanging out.
Yeah.
And also, a kind of big thing, Groom Cake came out on Friday on YouTube. What I'm doing is every 7 days, so every Friday, I release a new video and like a chill tune. Like not a tune that's like crazy fast or has a lot of lyrics, just like a chill, like laid back, soft tune, like 3 to 4 minutes. I'm putting out a song every Friday, and that's just a YouTube thing. So I just released a 10-track EP. Every Friday I'm putting out a new song, and that's what's going on musically.
There's I just have an idea. Yeah, the link is down below. But I just had an idea. You should do a show.
Heck yeah.
You should do a Little Caesars show too.
Wait. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Little Caesars and all of their marketing genius or whatever, I don't know. They're giving away a free like deep dish like lunch combo because they made some.
This?
I know everything about Little Caesars. So on April 2nd, Little Caesars locations, participating locations.
Yeah.
This sounds like a Little Caesars commercial.
It does.
I swear I'm getting to the point.
Yeah.
They're doing.
You gotta hook him up, dude. He doesn't
giving
have to
away-
be doing this
they're gi-
commercial. But just finish your statement.
They're giving away deep dishes. I'm doing an Omniboi meetup at the Little Caesars
Wait,
in Alhambra.
this is an event?
Yeah, this is just an event for me, dude. They're giving away Little Caesars, so I'm just gonna be posted.
Oh, wow.
I'm just gonna be posted.
So we
up
might
there.
show up too then. If you're
Yeah,
gonna do that.
I'm just gonna like. And the funny thing is, this is like a little aside. Is
Yeah.
some people have figured out because like I live a block away from this Little Caesars. This is my Little Caesars.
Oh, they know
and
where
so
you
I
live.
I went to that Little Caesars and there were some people in there that kept staring at me and they're like, "Yo, are you Omniboi?" And it was really nice. They were really friendly.
Yeah.
They
But
took
do they know this thing that you have for Little Caesars? They obviously did.
They do.
They do.
And so they
Because
took
you got the backpack.
Yeah, I got
you
everything. When I rolled in, I'm like
Yeah.
wearing a Little Caesars
Would you get a Little
shirt.
Caesars tattoo?
No, that's one step too
Yeah,
far.
yeah, that's
they
too
got to
far.
give me like some shares or
That's like
something.
$1 million.
That's
they give you $1 million.
that's the real money.
No, dude, let's just
They
throw
gotta-
that out there. Hey, if you sponsor, if he gets a tattoo of Little Caesars on his neck, that's. I'm just saying. I'm just saying,
the
Omni.
biggest,
Hey,
just
man,
like,
that's
oh.
like you got to give him $1 million at least
Something,
to start with.
yeah.
$1 million.
For starters, and then we can talk
But
about
he
bigger
will be
things.
a walking ad.
Like I'm
But
not
is that
already.
fair? $1 million, $2 million.
2 million.
$2
yeah,
million. So
that's
not even
fair.
$1 million. $2 million. He'll get the Little Caesars tattoo
On
his neck.
On the neck.
Yeah.
But like anyway, some people saw me in there and they took a picture with me. It was really sweet.
They liked they're fans of yours.
Yeah. So whenever anybody in the wild sees me and they're
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
and they take a photo, usually I'll like retweet it on Twitter
yeah.
or whatever. So I retweeted that photo and then people were like, "Where is this?"
Yeah.
And then
you seem like I don't know you that well, but you seem like you'd be nice to your fans.
oh yeah, they're always
be, like,
really,
really
they're
chill,
always
yeah.
really just nice and funny people.
Yeah.
It's usually
yeah.
like on the subway, just like some nice.
Yeah.
So anyways,
oh, you've been spotted there too.
yeah.
Yeah. On the red line.
Yep, on the red line. That's my line.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
always
yeah,
on
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And so I
You'll meet some interesting people on there.
I retweeted the photo, and then people just figured out. They were like, "Where is this?" And I'm like, "That's a Little Caesars in Alhambra." Like being like innocently saying like, "Oh, that's just like this is my freaking stomping ground."
Dude.
And now it's like every other time I go in there,
Yeah.
there's like people.
Alhambra,
They're just,
you
like-
said?
Yeah, Alhambra.
Hey,
There's
baby,
only-
weren't we just there?
yeah.
Dude, they're boba.
Oh, dude, there's boba every like 3 footsteps.
What's the thing? The half and half. Yeah, she tried to tell me about it, and I was kind of ignoring her, but I finally tried it,
It's dope.
and I'm like, dude, this is so good.
Alhambra's insane for boba.
Yeah, it's like literally your best cup of coffee. Look at George's getting frustrated because you're taking too much time.
Oh, crap.
All right, you know what? Okay. All right, I'm
Uh,
sorry, Jared. We're finishing up here. Any other things we missed? Because I have a couple things to say, and we'll wrap it up. Okay, I'm sorry, George. We're almost done here, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, they figured out that was my Little Caesars. Now people show up there.
Cool.
It's cool. Everybody's
So did we
really
miss
nice.
something? We covered. I want to make sure you're
No,
happy.
I
Do we
think I
cover a lot?
honestly think that that's everything.
Okay.
We went all the way to town.
So I have to give a couple shout outs to the Patreons that the new Patreons.
Heck yeah.
Two. Rama Cranley and Paul on, and I got to give a shout out to my man Nathan Costa, AP Lou, Sangnashikya. Okay, he told me to do a swear word in Korean. Okay, music.
heck
My
yeah.
personal music thing, I have 3 people bought something on Bandcamp. So thank you, Stephen Castro, Theo Ray, Mayan Bilal. Thank you. It's usually just one.
Bandcamp
So
is dope.
yeah, so yeah, I like it. I switched over. I'm
I
late.
love
I'm late in the
Bandcamp.
game. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's great.
So we're gonna and then SteebeeWeebieBandcamp.com, Patreon.com, Steebee Weebie. Look out for the new 2 Bunnies Instagram. That's for Little Ray's World Show. There's 2 bunnies is implemented in there. You're about to see it. And the Grizzly Festival, the band I'm in, we're doing Grizzly Festival. Monchi's going to perform. Get your tickets for May 19th. Snoop Dogg will be there.
Whoa.
Action Bronson and Fantagram, to name a few. But then we're going to be there. We'll probably be playing at noon.
What? Where is this?
This is so go to grizzlyfestival.com. It's in Fresno, California.
Heck yeah.
We're hoping to see you guys.
I love
that might be our last show. So I'm just
what?
that might be our last show. But I'm just throwing it out there. It might not though. Depending. Yeah. So get
throw
your tickets.
out, like,
no. It might be our last show. But if we do well, it might not. So I'm just throwing it out
I
there.
think there is there's power and privilege in being able to choose your last show.
I kind of like we've never done a festival, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that we get to do a festival and it's like on this scale, even though I don't care what time we perform. I'm just going to have fun and see what happens, you know?
But no, that's cool.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, at least like, can you imagine all the people? This is like a sad thing to like end on, but can you imagine all the artists that played their last show without realizing it was their last show? You know, and like if they would have performed it differently, if they even knew that maybe like this is the last time I'm ever going to be on stage.
Well, that's the way
So
I'm.
there's some sad
Omni,
stuff.
that's the way I'm approaching it like that. I'm literally approaching it like that. Get your
good.
tickets. We love you. Thank you so
good.
much, dude.
Oh,
Great,
yeah,
great
thank you. This
episode.
was dope.
How long was this? This was like almost 2 hours.
I'm glad.
This might be maybe a 2-part series then, huh?
Heck yeah.
Can we?
We'll do it all one.
You do all one?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. With that being said, it's time for Two Bunnies in Little Ray's World. Meow.
Do you think that if you were falling in space, you would slow down after a while? Click. Click.
Welcome to Lil Ray's World Show. All I gotta say is kids' minds must grow. I got abducted by some aliens, dropped in snow. Whoa. Stuck into a world I do not know. So join me in adventures now. And I promise not to have a cow. My name is Little Ray. Hey, hey. My name is Little Ray. Hey, hey, hey. So welcome to my world. To all the boys and girls. Welcome to Little Ray's World. Hee-haw! Well, what the hell do we got this week? Beep, it looks like a goddamn avocado, man. Hey, what's your name, man? Your name is Rocco, and you used to be a man that just liked to drink alcohol, isn't that right? You won the lottery and decided to take a trip to Sao Paulo, Brazil. Is that correct? And you died in your hotel room because of alcohol, didn't you? You got alcohol poisoning. Is that correct? That's so sad, man. Me and Beep wrote a song about you. It goes like this. This one's about Rocco the avocado, man, so listen. Mahalo, let's take a look at Rocco the avocado, like a rare breed of cattle, we call it Catalo. When he was a man, he thought he was a soprano. Every time he got drunk, he'd show off his vibrato. A surname Metallo, this ain't the game of Gallo. Took a trip to Sao Paulo when he won big on the lotto. His liver was affected through the liquor that he swallowed. Things got bad, drinking all of the Cristallo. Art reflects life, and his life was not Picasso's. Man, he should have stayed home, stayed true to his motto. Life is like a stage, getting booed off the Apollo. He died from the alcohol poisoning to blotto. Refused to seek the help instead of being all bravado. Couldn't look in the mirror, mono, imano. Rocco's now an avocado, his life was not bravo. Rocco's now an avocado, his life was not bravo. Rocco, the avocado. Join us next week for another episode of Little Ray's World, man. Let's get her done.
Hey, and if you're still here, leave avocados are us in the comments just so we know you made it this far. And don't forget to get Omniboi's newest album on every platform available. And check out the Steebee Weebee Show. It's on iTunes.
And Two Bunnies Instagram.
And Two Bunnies, the number 2, Bunniez Instagram.